Okay, so, well, really quick, go into the main menu, because I've got a new command slot, so what we're going to do is move Kira down, move down the drop me not, and re-equip Balloon. And let's equip the Guardian Bell. And now we're going to one of my absolute favorite worlds in this game, the Grid. Oh, I love this world. So it also sets us a bigger conversation piece with Kingdom Hearts that we didn't really get to completely talk about until Melody of Memories. And that is what makes up the world of Kingdom Hearts. Because there's the concept of the data escapes that's introduced in Kingdom Hearts 2 and gets heavily explored and recoded. Then there is the world of dreams that we're in right now. And then, of course, there's the realm of light that we usually run around in, the realm of darkness, which is where Aqua is, and then there's the realm in between, which is where the world that never was located. There's more. There's one more world in this, but we'll get into that when we get into. Actually, we won't get into that because I'm not covering that game. But they kind of wrapped up everything that we had going on left over with Melody. Oh, I love this design.
What? This outfit? Hey, I know where I am. Huh? Whoa! What is that?
So this version of the Grid is not based off the original movie Tron. This one is actually based off of Tron Legacy, which is the sequel. This is the code shift reality break. I'll be honest, I don't really use many of the reality breaks. Let's first pick up this chest. I will say I really like the Cyber Dream Eaters. Speaking of Dream Eaters, let me see. I've picked up a lot of fragments, so let's see what I can create. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Where was it? There it is. Nope. Grim. Let's make a Yagi Ram. And I'll have this replace Tamaship. These things use a lot more fire, so I don't really have anything I want from Tamaship. I just created it just because I wanted a third Dream Eater. I didn't mean to go back into Create Spirits. Change Party. Let's see. Can't do anything there till level 25. Need more experience. Let's see. There's Viagra's like right there. Another Asuna command. And this also will net me Treasure Magnet. If I remember correctly, anything that boosts your ability. So like anything that boosts your attack, defense, HP, or magic, you have to have that Dream Eater equipped. Same with defense. But when it comes to equipping, like when it comes to, like, for example, Treasure Magnet, Zero Experience, stuff like that, like your normal abilities, I believe those are permanent.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. 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 Ha. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you actually do really gotta think about what Dream Eaters you're going to use, because you could use a Dream Eater that has a lot of potential, but if you use it in the wrong area, you're going to be understated.
Hey. Yeah. Ha. Hey. Take this. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Fine. Yeah.
Unlike, for example, the command melding in Birth by Sleep, where once you fully leveled up the command, you didn't need to worry about it anymore.
Sora. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Ha. Hey. Yeah. Ha. Whoa! Oh man!
Identify. State your handle, program.
I don't have any handles, but the name's Sora.
Verifying handle, Sora. Handle not found. Stray program recognized.
Hey! Wha-
Isolating for quarantine.
Whoa there! That is so unfriendly.
So you assume that they're good guys. And this is actually a unique enemy to this world.
Yeah. Ha.
And that's, you can fight the programs. Let's see. There's transport. Big chest.
Ha. Yes. Heal.
It's funny that Sora gets all these melee commands despite not really being a melee fighter in this game. To explain, wait, let me land. If we check the status, Sora's strength is 20, his magic is 24, actually Riku's kind of, oh wait no, Riku hasn't switched his Keyblades yet. Yeah. If I remember, Sora's magic grows faster. Well, I might be misremembering, or that might have been changed in the remake. No, not remake, in the HD build. Yeah, these programs, they hit hard. If you're not careful, they, as you can see, they deal a lot of damage quickly. I think I fucked that up. Let's see where this goes. I can't skip it. There's an enemy down there. Let's go see what's going on. See another chest. These guys are the very definition of glass cannons. Their aggro is also insanely long. You're different. Ooh, 2 discs. Interesting.
Tron. He's alive.
Look at that boy's weapon. It's different.
But it's something you programmed, right, Dad?
Huh? No, Sam. No, I've never seen it.
What was that about?
Hey,
Huh?
that weapon. Can I
No.
see it?
Oh.
This is just incredible. What a program. The weapon and the wielder.
Program? Not me. This is called a Keyblade, and I'm Sora.
I'm Sam.
So this is like Tron's world, right?
You know Tron.
Yeah, I've met him and stuff.
Listen, that program you just fought was Tron.
What? That was Tron?
Tron used to be a good friend. Together, we created this place, the Grid. It was something, man. But then Clue staged a coup. I was exiled, and Tron wound up getting de-rezzed. Or so I thought. Clue made him into a new program called Rinsler. That's the thing about programs. Mess with the code just a little, and their whole nature and memory can change.
But that's horrible. Most of this is over my head. But both Tron and this world do seem pretty different. Still, if that's really the Tron I know, we should change him back.
Bingo. And now you're up to speed. If we're lucky, Clue kept a backup of Tron's source code. He's a program, after all. He'd be methodical like that.
So, if we get Tron's source code back from Clue, we can put him back to normal, right?
Yeah, I've been at this so long.
Great.
New games
Thanks,
released and the
Mr.
DLC. There was
Where
only
are you
one.
going?
I'm
Oh.
going after Clue.
Do you
There was
even
only
know
one
where he
DLC
is?
for
No idea.
Kingdom
What a
Hearts
strange
3.
user.
It was already in the works when I
You're
started.
nothing like Flynn or Sam. Come on, Sora.
Actually, the
I'll
DLC
show you.
came out before I started.
Cora, we have to keep moving.
Yeah.
Remind had
You
already
wouldn't
dropped.
do if Rinsler attacks you.
No, it's only Remind.
If we're in a
Melody
hurry,
of Memories is a
we
completely
have to
different
take care
game.
of Rinsler first.
The two of us can handle him.
Melody of Memories also is a really simple game
All
compared
right.
to the rest of the franchise.
Do what you can. Maybe you and Sora can help Tron.
Dad, no.
Relax, Sam. I have a feeling Sora is someone we can trust. Now you and me need to press on.
I actually don't mind this design.
Okay.
It is something exclusive to
Cora,
this version of the grid.
be careful.
You too.
Cause so Sora's design in this is kind of similar to the style he had in Kingdom Hearts 2.
You ready, Sora?
Yeah.
That's where the
Let's do
visor
this,
comes
Cora.
from. It doesn't exactly
Clue should be
translate
at the helm
too
of
well
his
to
battleship direct fire.
Legacy's
We can
animation
get there
style,
with the
but
solar
eh.
sailor from the underground docks.
I have heard a third Tron movie's is again in the works, so I've heard that for a while.
Keyblade.
Finally, a counter move. So Sora gets counter Rush, Riku gets counter Aura. Let's see. My only question is getting a third Tron movie. Is it going to have a connection to Legacy?
Hey. Oh. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So Tron Ascension is the new one in the works. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what the actual title they went with was.
Oh. 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 Ha.
Yeah. Melody of Memories, though, compared to making, say, Kingdom Hearts 3 or even Dream Drop here, Melody of Memories, they didn't have to create new assets or anything because they just reused Heartless from Kingdom Hearts 1, from the rest of the franchise. The music was the whole point of the game was it was music from the rest of the franchise, so they didn't have to worry about that. And they just used the old models for everyone. Because it wasn't, I don't think it was built in the Unreal Engine. Or if it was, they just, again, reused their models and cleaned them up. Because again, it's a rhythm game, you don't really need anything to be extremely complex. Yeah, this is the 3DS one. This is the one where they kind of had like Dream Eaters, yeah. I wouldn't say Pokemon. Let's see. Let's invade. Rewrite the code. Thank you. I know, there are some really good ideas in this. Like, the reality shifts are used really well and kind of fit a lot of the worlds. The grid is always a world that I'm always happy to see. I honestly do prefer Riku's story here. Well, not so much his story, but more so the events that happened during Riku's. Okay, Panacea. This, I believe, is also the last Kingdom Hearts game built in this engine, because after this was Fragmentary Passage, and that was built in the same engine as Final Fantasy 15. Oh, the Keyblade for this is amazing. I actually really do like the Keyblade for this world. Actually, Phantom Debugger also wasn't bad in Kingdom Hearts 2. I just like this one more. Another Drop Me Not, which I'm gonna have to use that soon. I also just really like the fact I like these worlds. There were a lot more of them in Kingdom Hearts 2 that changed what the Keyblades look like. Okay, the one I do agree with that. That is a problem in Chain, but I kind of live with it in Chain just because of its origins as a Game Boy game. And then the fact that I can only imagine how annoying that would have been to program to have the game constantly swap between Keyblades for every card you used. Especially when you pulled into the mixed slights, it would just be a little, it gets a little much. I will say though, as I've been going through this franchise again, and I believe I did bring this up as I was going through Chain of Memories, wasn't nearly as bad as I remembered. Ah!
Let's go.
Oh no, yeah, I love Chain's story because it actually does get really deep. Because it comes into the conversation like what makes your friendships? Is it the memories? What if they can be altered? Blah blah blah. It's just there's so much going on with that game in terms of, and honestly, it's something that I feel was it definitely is handled better if you know the story of Kingdom Hearts 1 going into it. It's really the only Kingdom Hearts game I would heavily preface playing the previous one. You know, the moving your character in the 3D space of a Game Boy is the worst. It made freaking Ansem one of my least favorite bosses as Riku. Because Ansem has this wave attack where he sends out 2 shockwaves. The issue is because the way it is as Riku, you gotta slim through. Oh yeah, no, it still works even if you don't play Kingdom Hearts 1, but it's, in particular, I think Traverse Town is what... Yeah, it does play as a mystery story. I think it's more so in particular Traverse Town, I think, is where having knowledge really helps. Because as the first world, they heavily go on the fact that Sora knows these people, but he's starting to forget it, and they don't remember Sora. Granted, even in the game, they do a very good job of explaining, like, that's why I always give Kingdom Hearts. If it's something that's a callback to a previous game, there's usually something in the game that will explain what the connection is. 3D here has the Mementos and Chronicles, so you can actually read summaries of those full adventures. Like, if there was any game I would heavily preface playing before Kingdom Hearts 3, it's this one. Because you get Chronicles of Birth by Sleep, of Recoded, of not Dream Drop, of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and even 358. I can imagine that being a completely different experience. Let's see. Oh, wrong. Oh, frick, wrong buttons. Honestly, as someone who's been going through it, and this is the thing I bring up all the time when I hear people go, Kingdom Hearts has plot holes. It's more so the fact that when they started working on it post Kingdom Hearts 1, a lot of people point is like, since Kingdom Hearts 1, like, oh, there's plot holes now, or there's things that they forgot about because they don't come up again every 5 seconds. It's kind of all things I compare it to, it's kind of like what happens with JoJo. Where, a lot of people go, oh, Araki forgot because he doesn't use this ability all the time. An example that heavily gets brought up is there's an ability for Star Platinum called the Star Finger. He doesn't use it because it's really situational. And it just, as the fights got bigger and bigger in that, there became less reasons to use Starfinger. Yeah, no, that kind of stuff. Actually, we were talking about that during Kingdom Hearts 1, as we were going through, because when you go to Hollow Bastion, the whole world is completely covered in water. There is nothing else except for the castle, which completely changes the way we see in Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 2. The theory me and other members of the audience were figuring out was, as the worlds are breaking and like falling, the only thing left is water. This fits with the end of the world and the final world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Because the first time we see Destiny Island in 1 is when it's falling to darkness. And then,
sure we'll find Tron's source code here?
No, in 2, when they're on the island, when it shows
not here.
Kyrie on the island,
Maybe
Kingdom Hearts
Clue
1's
has
already
it with him.
happened. So the world's been fully restored.
Sora,
We see it in Birth by
Let's
Sleep
look
when they're
elsewhere.
kids
All right.
because long before anything's happened. Yeah. It's not so. Yeah, the world's been fixed.
Let me talk to Rinsler. A little.
It's not a
too hard
plot
to
hole
jog his memory.
if it's something
He's a
that we could
program,
see it
Sora.
with other worlds.
Programs
Now-
don't have hearts.
That's
Now,
not
if when we went to Hollow Bastion, they kept Hollow Bastion looking exactly the same through all 3 games we see it in,
true.
I'll go with that.
The Tron I remember.
Yeah.
He had something.
There are some things in the game that's not
Hey,
explicitly
used to
stated
call
to you and
Tron,
explained. There's some you have to
Clue did
you figure out
something
on your
that
own as
messed
you're
with your
playing.
memory. You're a little confused, but that's
And-
okay.
But when it comes to, like, the
Come on,
major
remember,
plot
Tron?
points, like the fragments of the Keyblade that's been explained, the 13 pieces of darkness and the 7 pieces of light, they explain it heavily throughout the course of this game.
I don't think Rinsler is quite the friend you remember.
He just needs time. That's all. Cora! Tron, don't!
Then there's this fuck.
Tron. Why?
That's what we do. Put the most precious memories in the back of our minds where they're safe. Or in your case, the most precious hearts?
Up.
Not you again!
The memory and heart
Enjoy.
are tightly linked.
Xemnas!
Rub a few memories together, and you get a spark of emotion, a feeling. But in a digital world, memory does not work like that. Nothing is ever felt. You can hold 1,000, 1,000,000 times the information, but there is still no heart with which to parse it. Once, my master Ansem found an old system and made a copy of its master control program, and used it to serve his own ends. This is the original data of that
Oh,
system.
hell.
Here,
I was a little close.
data can be copied. Memory can be changed and easily manipulated. Tron is a digital entity, so why would he be any different? He obeys the rules of this world. Sora, what about you?
Me?
Your heart, memories, your data, and your dreams. The bits and bytes that have made up your life so far. Can you say for sure they are not just copies of someone else's?
Yes! My memories and feelings belong to me!
You had better check. Make certain the box's contents match what's on the label. Since you have been chosen.
Chosen for what?
You think this is the realm of dreams, but there you are mistaken. Data does not dream, cannot dream. This world is real. You haven't the slightest idea where you are. That you have already wandered off the path.
What do you mean?
Okay,
What in the world?
this fight's really cool. I didn't notice that. No, what I am. I'm combatant
Greetings,
13.
Sora. I've been waiting.
Who are you?
I am Clue.
So it was you. You're the guy who turned Tron into Rinsler.
Correct. I had to repurpose his code.
Well, unrepurpose it.
Yes. Under the right parameters, I might.
Huh?
You have a little item called a Keyblade. It can open any lock, isn't that right? Hand it over, and I'll change Rinsler back into Tron.
It's not really an option.
The Keyblade? I can't. This is what lights the darkness. A chance to make everyone happy.
Ha! Flawed reasoning. I'll have to take it by force.
Good luck with that.
Tron, why can't I get through to you?
Fight, Sora!
Cora, you're okay. I can't believe it.
Yes, I think Tron heard you. Long enough for me to escape. You can do it. You can get through to him. Sora, you have to fight him.
But Cora, how can I?
You have that key. It will bring him to his senses.
I'll try. Let's go, Tron.
So this is our fight with Rinsler. This is actually a really interesting fight. Like, that's the thing I will give 3D. It has some of the coolest fights.
Hey, ja, oh, ha, hey, freeze, ja, oh, ja, oh, fine, yeah, heal, ha, ja, ja, oh, ha.
Yep, here we go. Every so often, the whole arena is going to flip. Oh, God.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Hey. Oh. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Oh. Ha. Heal. Yeah. 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 Hey. Yeah. 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 Hey. Let's go.
And then we're just going to stomp them.
Ha. Freeze. Fire. Take this. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Arena's gonna... Oh, no, I thought the arena was about to flip again.
Yeah. Hey. Freeze. Take this.
Balloon, motherfucker!
I'll deal with you later. I have to retrieve Rinsler.
He reached for my hand. Tron is still in there.
You and that key have a special power.
So do you. Power to make me see it.
So, does that mean we're friends?
Of course. What if my memories aren't my own? No. I gotta be like Tron. Maybe we're walking the wrong path, but our hearts will lead us back to the truth.
There is the dual disc Keyblade. And with that, we've unlocked the digital cup for Flick Rush. And we got one of my favorite looking Keyblades. It's honestly better for Riku, as you can see. I mean, it's pretty much just the opposite of Guardian Bell. Let's see. There. Let's mess with the ability links, and then we will go to the next world.